Haunting. It's pretty good. Nah. Hit for 5. Down to 12. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're all having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. I really do appreciate it. Milky Smooth version 13. First off, I cannot believe I've done 13 iterations and upgrades to this deck over the last 3 months, 4 months maybe, since it's been popularized. And, you know, it's as strong as ever. Kamigawa has brought some really cool utility or addition to the mono-white aggro deck that we're going to discuss today in depth. Talking about the strategies, the synergies, showcasing all of this within the gameplay footage to give you a deeper understanding. And then we'll wrap up with my final thoughts, deck review, stuff like this. So buckle up, get ready, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it out to your friends, your families, and maybe even become a YouTube member because we got a special video coming out for you guys. But before that, let's take a look at Milky Smooth version 13. Alrighty then. 60 card standard, best of 1 mono white aggro with a 2.5 average mana value, 36 creatures, and 2 non-creatures, which just seems pretty, like, that's goofy. 22 land to support the lighter curve, and, you know, of course, we have some modules here as well. Amiria's Call acting as a land, plus, you know, for 7 mana, if we do get there, we can give our creatures indestructible and create 2 4/4 white flying angels, which is, you know, just fantastic. Before we get there, though, let's talk about some of the new cards in the build. I know that's what you're most interested in. You're probably relatively familiar with the rest of the deck. Nganjo, Seed of the Empire. 2 copies here. We can discard it for 3 to deal 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. It will cost 1 less to activate for each legendary creature that we control. And, you know, we've got Thalia in the house, we have Redain in the house, and we actually have Kyoda in the house as well as a new card. And, you know, that's a great segue into it. The Soul of Kamigawa for 4 is a 3/3 with flash and flying. When it enters the battlefield, another target permanent gains indestructible for as long as you control Kyoda, which is fantastic. The fact that, you know, you can flash in another creature that has flying, evasion, and can deal damage. Plus, you're protecting one of your other creatures that can do probably the same from your opponent's removal, and hopefully they cast an Infernal Grasp and lost some life in the process anyways, right? Moving away from that, we have the Lion Sash for 2 mana as a 1/1. We can pay 1 to exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a permanent card, put a +1/+1 counter on the Sash. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each +1/+1 counter on the Sash. Reconfigure for 2, which is fantastic. So, you know, Blood on the Snow sucks. Well, it's a lot less terrible if they don't pull out a loaf, right? That's what makes Blood on the Snow so terrible. So, first and foremost, this is graveyard control. You're facing Lyre the Disciple, you're facing Blood on the Snow decks. This will mitigate and stop them in their tracks. Plus, you can just make your creatures better. It's a great way to spend your additional mana every single turn, getting value from it through those +1/+1 counters. Not to mention the +1 counters can activate the Ollenbach Escort ability to sacrifice and give indestructible to a creature with the +1/+1 counters. Lifelink as well, which is really quite interesting. So yeah, that's all we have in the deck for new cards here, sadly. And then just filling around the edges with what we already know and love. The Escort, like I mentioned, indestructible, lifelink. That combos, you know, not only with the Sash really, really well, but primarily the Luminarch Aspirant, as it's a high priority removal magnet. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control for 2 mana as a 1/1. We absolutely love that, right? Moving away from there, Usher of the Fallen is a 2/1 boast for 2 to create a 1/1 token. This is great. You know, you have this as a 1-drop. You don't have a 2-drop. Well, now you do, right? You can still spend that 2 mana effectively. Moving into the taxation of our opponents through Thalia, Garden of Talabran. So good against enchantments. Get wrecked, bro. As a 2/1 first strike, non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. That's why we have so few of them. Intrepid, 3/1, lifelink. We can pay 2 when it enters any number of additional times to give it +1/+1, and then our creatures, it gets a Valor counter, and then our creatures get +1/+1 for each counter that it has, including itself, which is quite nice. So, you know, going wide and then pushing up the whole team, same as it's ever been. We have exile through not only the Skyclave Apparition 2/2, target non-land, non-token permanent with mana value 4 or less until it leaves the field, in which case they'll get the blue illusion XX. but also the Brutal Cathar, taking creature non-dependent upon mana value until it leaves the battlefield daybound. When it switches back to daybound from nightbound, it will repeat the process, which is fantastic. Nightbound, ward 3, pay 3, pay 3 life, I should say, with first strike. Also gets a +1 power and toughness boost. The Binder, 3/1 with flying for 3, exiling a card from their hand. They can still cast it for 2 additional mana. Just good to see what's in there and offset some things, right? Ordain, 2/3 for 3 flying vigilance. Snowlands enter tap. Not a big deal anymore. And then non-creature spells you're casting, your opponent's casting with mana value 4 or greater will cost 2 more to cast, which again is very good in those control matchups. Legion Angel, 4/3 with flying. When it enters, you can grab a copy of itself from the sideboard to your hand. A wolf. That is just fantastic. And then Cave of the Dragon is a 3/4 for 5 in total that attacks in his stall land, which is quite nice. So that's the deck. We have, of course, the Legion Angel and sideboard. Crawling Barons can go because I've decided I like the Cave of the Frost Dragons more. It's fantastic, and we don't really like the colorless mana with the Lion Sash, right? That is the deck, and performing so well. Our rank is a little bit lower, but we're winning match after match after match with this. Just getting it fine-tuned because the season resets tomorrow, and this is the deck I will be using. So stay tuned for that as I crush, you know, probably the top 100 Mythic with it, I hope. Maybe even the top 10 if I really give it my all. But that will rely on you guys. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, things like this, and enjoy today's gameplay footage. Don't miss out on the end because we're going to talk about this a little bit more. And yeah, we'll see you in the game. Going first, a really nice opening hand here. Alright, I mean, let's grab Indestructible and outpace the hook, right? Thalia is really going to help with that as well. No land sucks. We can't play defensively forever. Or at all. We're an aggro deck, right? So, let's go. And turn. There's their third land. Our turn. There's our third land. Let's take it away from them. They may deadly dispute it, that's fine. Right now they don't get anything back when they kill the Skyclave. And we just keep pushing up Thalia. Hit for 7. Five available mana. There's Binding. It tries to take Thalia, but no, it does not. Let's get into that hand, see what else they have. You stop it. You stop it. Get out of here. On the draw, Thalia in opening hand is always nice. A little good game. No one drop sucks, but whatever. Another mono white deck. Interesting. It's a good card. We don't really want a Skyclave until their Brutal Cathar enters. They're contemplating it now. They're like, well, should I Should I take that, or like, what do I do? They do. Hit for 3. It's not ideal. Skyclave the Cathar, so at best they get a 3/3 token. Their own Thalia. Another Luminarch. Nice. They're greedy. Do not stack your value like this. No blocks. They get absolutely punished for it. Spread your value. No attacks, we're chilling. They do have another Luminarch, which sucks, but... Oh! And a second Cathar. That's not good. That's not good! That first strike really sucks. Hopefully there's not another. Let's swing for 6. Just try to catch up. I need a Luminarch Aspirant. Oh. They're like, yeah, I got you. I got you covered, bro. Don't worry. Even another Cathar Skyclave would be really good. And here they spread the value, because I'm sure they've listened to me now. Spread the value. You got busted by it last time. Oh my lord. Come on, bro. I don't know why they just didn't take lethal, but you do you. Flipping it tonight's not great. We can give our Intrepid indestructible. Unless, if they exile it here, that's just like, good game. Triple exile. Good for you, right? So basically just gaining 4 life every turn here. I think we're still basically dead, but we'll do our best, right? Do they have a double cast to flip the Brute? Yes, nice. Good game. Opponent goes first. Hand looks nice. There's a good amount of land. 1, 2, 3. Let's roll. Saving the Intrepid. We'll just boast on turn 2. Playing against the Cheat Hook. Probably also against Doomscar. Cool, bro. The Cheat Hook. Let's keep their field empty. There's a Celestis here. Oh. I mean, if you say so. Lethal in 3. Well, it can kind of slow us down. I don't think I care about it, though. Alright, down to 11. It's the least, though. How do you like those spell pierces, friend? Yeah, I'm sure. Down to 1. We have Indestructible. As long as I don't top deck another meat hook. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? I could. It's the cheat hook. I'm surprised they didn't win this game. How do you lose with this card in play? I guess they maybe just played it a little early. Going first, turn 1 is nice. No turn 2 yet. We'll grab it off the top, don't worry. Garul. Oh. Oh. Let's hit for 1. Naya Hrunskis! Let's get in that hand, see what they have. Get this frickin' thing out of here. We're gonna Skyclave it, I suppose. I mean, it can sit there until it starts to gain life. At which point we have to immediately deal with it. Because I don't care about trample +1, like, whatever. It's just the life gain that we have to mitigate. I'm so impatient today. I'm sorry. Just some days I can't handle it. Mostly, I think it's because I'm jealous that I don't have the ability to think things through like that. I would block this. Wow. I can't believe we get it. Get in the air with his Legion Angel. Let's go! That's the Lotto card. It and Kodama. Soul of Kodama, I guess. They don't find that 4th land. Oh, they do. Haunting. It's pretty good. Nah. Hit for 5. Down to 12. Alright, so how could this go wrong? It's not a problem here. Showdown's fine. It's just the life gain we don't want, right? Six, 7, 8, 9 damage here. Let's just mitigate their hand since we already have lethal. Get rid of the speed rune, I guess. So here comes the Rune Forge for 3. Leaves them 1, 2, 3 mana. And as long as they don't get that life gain. But the Runeforge will search for life gain, equip haste, so... We're going to get hit here regardless. They're going to gain some life. Quite a bit, in fact, I think, right? They could triple rune here. So it's... Wonder how that affects the increased cost runes. Do get that life gain. These are casting for 1. I'm curious about the one that we've exiled from their hand, though. We have Chump Blocker. Next one's Trample. If that Rune of Haste is castable for 1 through the champion, that would be fantastic. Oh no, it's generic mana too, so they could still do it. The Visitor. Don't think they can. Oh, good game. Good game. Alright, we could Thar that champion. Take lethal. We even have lethal in the air, I suppose. On the draw, keeping 7. It's a lot of land. They're working with Exile, not Destroy, so we don't need to protect the Luminarch. Let's just take as much damage as we can get. Ooh, Bant. Interesting, it takes our binder. So we do need Indestructible. We have Indestructible. It's better than the Cathar for now. Because I don't want to remove the Cathar and give them another binder. It's also the only card they don't see, so they feel safe. You jerk. Nice. Good on him. I guess maybe the other route could have been better. Hope they block this. It's fun for the whole family. Go to your binder. Kyoda. Soul of Kamigawa. Professor for the Learn. I think we just bind. They grab Exile. And then they hole our Escort. You're a jerk. Yo, you jerk! Let's see what's in that hand, other than the Exile. I think just Tezzeret goes. Let's hit for 3, down to 13. A land. And then the Exile on Kamigawa's Soul, which is rude. The rude boy! And then, so they're not learning every turn, we take the Professor. Hit for 6, down to 7. Lethal next turn. Cave Dragon can attack. Hello, good game. That's all she wrote, kids. Are they gonna give me a creature back? They'll give it the 1/1 and take the 3/2. It's good value. but it's not as good as this, you see? Nice. It's not too bad. Going first with a decent hand. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. If we can get that 4th land. Wow. Ooh. Red might not be great. Charger's good. It's a good card, yeah? You see? Still to try and take it. There's no block, so we make a token. If there is a block, we'll play the Lion Sash. Wish the Lion Sash gained life when it grabbed a card from the grave. That would be really good. Alright, I guess this is a pretty hard decision for them. When we log into their Twitch stream, click and look at their hand. Instead, our opponent. I'm kidding. Alright, so we go down to 19 here because we didn't boast. Sash in play. There's 2 cards for it to take. Do we shield or do we redain? I think both are good. Shield might be a little bit better here, though, if they're a damage-based deck. It's always, you know, good to reflect on your own build and strategies, see which aspects of your deck can, you know, act the best against your opponent. Let's attack first. Try to bait them into a block. I don't know how much attention they're paying to these new cards or not. How many times have they faced a Lion Sash? But again, you know, typically you don't block something before looking at it, unless you're me. And then, you know, go crazy. They're just going to take 1 damage here. It's irrelevant. Gonna redain, and then an it's hard call with the Intrepid or Brutal first, but let's see what they do, right? I don't want to be the first one to play a Brutal when they play one right after, right? Like, I'd rather be the second Brutal Cathar played. Interesting. So they're gonna grab a land here, actually. No blocks. Nice. I like the Kodama of the West tree. Let's save the Skyclave unless, in case they have their own Brutal, right? Kodama has reach. Sneaky reach. Don't get caught in those branches. There's a land, 4 in hand. Worried about Lizard Blades. They have removal, it looks like. And then they pushed Kodama up. I think we double block Kodama, don't we? Pretty sure we do. Nice. We can hit for 2 with the Vigilance. 3 cards in their hand. Do we send it tonight? Not without a 5th land. This seems weird. We just block with the sash. Very strange indeed. Like, the Rangers class hasn't been affected yet, so there's... I don't know, I might just take this damage. Very interesting. No attacks. Do they dump into the class here? Yes. 4 mana up still. Do they dump in again? Let's attach. Swing for 5. Down to 12. They can't double cast unless they deal with the Moonrage Brute, also known as Brutal Cathar. Three cards in hand. A little nervous, I'll be honest. They go to their attack phase. Yeah, we should be fine. They want to deal 4 damage with Nganju. Or maybe there's another Magic Missiles and we didn't bite on the double block with the Brute. Yeah, so we still... Is that a permanent card? I think it is. Alright, just getting the extra little love there. I'm going to keep the Intrepid to boot. We'll take the class here. And that's a double cast. We hit for 8. And we take the token. Good game. Nice. Opponent goes first. Hand looks fine. Pretty decent. Bants. Is it just me, or have we been seeing this deck too much? They have Fading Hope here, apparently. Or it's a Consider. Fading Hope or Consider. Getting roped, though, either way. March for the Exile. And they get rid of a Wanderer. Was that worth it? Probably, but I can't say for sure. Keep their value away from them. Another. Another, please, sir. We're gonna get field wiped. I can literally smell Doomscar in their hand. Right? You can literally smell the Doomscar in their hand. Force them to have it, though. Please don't Doomscar. I don't think they would have Doomscarred if... But we had the protection. Oh, wow. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, down to 2. If they Doomscar, we have lethal through the land. Told you I could smell it. It's so stanky. It's so stanky. Hello, good game. All right, Milky Smooth version 13, performing very, very well. I would like to be in the top 100 with this deck. However, Elden Ring just came out, and I've been sinking the hours in. Whoopsie daisy. I will play this deck in the new season to push to Mythic. Having some bad luck in the final days of the season with some of the recent jank decks that we've been showcasing. Not nearly as competitive and consistent as this. And, you know, when everyone else in the meta is kind of, you know, cemented into the best 3 decks, it does provide a difficult environment for the more jank and interactive, original, fun decks to be played. And that's what's going to kill the rank. But, you know, I'd rather kill my rank than you kill your rank, and we can all remain entertained together, having a good time. And, well, not really today. I mean, well, still today, but this is not a jank deck. This is a highly competitive build that I will be focusing on. So with that out of the way, let's wrap up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, comment, share it to your friends, your families, your dogs, your couches. I do not care. But most importantly, become a YouTube member, and then we're going to do a live pack opening. Well, probably not live, but exclusive pack opening, which is really cool. And then the community day. I'm going to find a date in the next video. The next video, I am going to talk about when the community day is. You can play matches against me all day. We're going to open packs together. We're going to give cards away, which is super exciting, so don't miss out on that. Like the video, subscribe, share it to your friends, your families, check out the link tree, blah, 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 blah. Most importantly, enjoy another. Right? Just watch videos all day. We'll see you soon in the next.